All right. What's up? My name is Johnny Regan. This is my Sunrun Solar Sales Internship. I did it all throughout summer. I'm a graduating senior, class of 2026, and that is my internship website. As you can see, me and my manager Joey off to the right, knocking some doors in Chicago, Illinois. But I'm Johnny Regan. I'm originally from Cleveland. I'm an entrepreneurship major working to become a successful entrepreneur. That's why I chose this job. Minoring in professional sales since my mom has had a very successful sales career. So I want to start off in sales and then build my own company. And then my passions are hard work, working with my friends, building companies, and I absolutely love cars, more specifically exotic cars. I love the outdoors, and that is specifically why I chose this job, is because it's all outdoors, knocking doors in Chicago, Illinois. Like I said, it's a door-to-door sales job in Chicago. Genuinely changed my life. Met some amazing people off to the right. And then off to the left is the city. My daily routine was to lift, team meeting at 12, and then I hit the doors from 2 to 9, sometimes later, sometimes earlier. Then my employer was Sunrun, we're the largest residential solar company in the country. We have over 1.2 million clients nationwide. And then my manager was my best friend, Joey Kaus, who I got this job from. We grew up together, and we went to high school together. We worked for about 8 to 10 hours a day, depending on the day and the season depending on the month. And then I found this job through Joey, and I knocked doors and then passed him leads. Here's me knocking a door while I explain my career goals. My goal is to become a successful entrepreneur, obviously. That's why I chose my major. I've always loved cars, and I want to open up a car dealership at some point in my life and spread it across the country, more specifically exotic cars. The internship made me a better person, both professionally and personally, like I said. Selling something unexpected at someone's door has genuinely changed my life and sales game, and I've gotten over the fear of rejection. With more experience, I'll start my own business and market myself, which is most important in sales. Some learning outcomes. I've obviously built my sales and professional skills. I practice my pitch daily with my team, my leaders, my managers, everyone involved in this team. And then I sat in the front, showed up early, and asked a lot of questions. I was able to meet the president of sales for Sunrun, and I asked him a ton of questions, sitting front row, as well as the CEO of Sunrun, Mary Powell. And my hospitality skills, obviously, with sales, you have to have hospitality skills and personal skills because you're selling yourself, then the product. So I learned how to market myself and my product, which was solar panels. And then I built natural rapport, and then I learned how to turn that into a sale, because at first I was just building rapport and not making a sale because I'd be too scared. But then I learned how to build rapport, then make the sale. And then most of my deals happened because I showed strong hospitality. Here's me doing a little check-in from the windy streets of Chicago, Illinois. That was a long, tough day, but that's what the job looked like.
This is not easy. Long out.
So, as you can see here, my supervisor / mentor was my buddy Joey. We had several managers. Joey, my best friend, he taught me everything. He worked hard every single day for us to succeed. Christian managed operations, living situations, team situations, meeting spots, everything and anything in that sort, as well as closing some deals. Morgan ran the whole office, so he worked a little bit above Christian. He's very high up in the company. And then these are the guys who taught me all the skills that will help my future career, and as well as making lifelong friends and amazing connections throughout my life. Here's my little team up in the top right, and then Morgan, or top picture, and then Morgan in the bottom. So my biggest contribution was I sold 10 accounts. Now there's a 60% install rate, so about 6 out of those 10 will actually go to install. As you can see, this is me helping someone train. His name was Manny, super new guy to it. As I was a month in, I decided to train him. And then I'm very proud of the 10 accounts I've sold. I think this is definitely crazy because I was able to convince someone to sign a 15-year contract just approaching their door. And then I've learned from wins and also learned from losses, keeping a level-headed mindset and overcoming my fear of rejection. So, professionalism. As you can see here, this is me knocking doors in the rain. I've grown more than I ever expected in my entire life. I had no confidence skills. I was not able to knock a door, not talk to anyone. But because of Sunrun, I'm able to do that now. I also pushed past the urge to quit. Like I said here, I was knocking in the rain. I wanted to quit. Everyone wanted to quit, but we never did. I stayed positive through the tough days and piggybacked off the wins carried them to the next day. But there was definitely a lot of lows, and that's how door-to-door sales can be. And then I also plan to build a new sales team with all the guys I met this summer that will definitely excel my professional career. As you could see here off to the right is me knocking a door. This was one of my first weeks. I was very nervous, but I got through it. And then right here, connection. So I could sell anything, anytime is something I was taught in my classes, my entrepreneurship classes. Here's me working a little bit. This internship showed me what entrepreneurship really is, never giving up, working hard, never quitting. I would want to quit a lot, but I learned from a classmate of mine, Gonzalo, that I need to become comfortable with uncomfortable situations, and that's something I thought about throughout my whole entire summer here, and that's something I learned in my entrepreneurship classes, and this job has helped me fully connect with my entrepreneurship major. Then, the impact, finally, the internship taught me what entrepreneurial life really looks like. The daily routine, working hard, getting up, grinding, never giving up. These are the skills that I'll use throughout my entire life. I'm so beyond thankful for the opportunity that I had for Joey to bring me out here, as well as my brother too. And I was also able to build a work ethic I need to succeed. I definitely was messing around a little bit too much before I came out here, but now I have the work ethic needed to succeed in my professional and personal careers. And it will continue to shape my future as I plan to build new sales teams with all these guys and the connections that I've made throughout my internship here. And like I said, I've made amazing connections with my bosses, got to talk to the CEO, the chief officer of sales, as well as many other managers and people who work for this company. And these are the people I will ultimately build businesses with because of my major. Thank you. Like I said, I couldn't have been more thankful for this internship. It's one of the greatest things that has ever happened to me, genuinely. And I hope to continue to build a professional entrepreneurial career for myself. Ending off with the little cat that I met.